Imagine for a moment you were 3 years old and you and your older brother just crawled through your bedroom window for the umpteenth time onto the roof of your house to escape your mother who is drunk for the 4th time this week. The last place you want to be is inside because unlike other children, it's not safe for you and your brother inside the house because you might get beaten again. And getting beaten is worse than not being fed and dressed or cared for properly. You can't call the police because your mom would be in trouble and that would call for another beating. Instead, you stay outside in the cold where it's safer, hoping your mother passes out so you can crawl in bed and cry yourself to sleep, wishing you had a better life. For you, being outside is safer than being inside. You wish for someone you could count on to watch over you when you sleep instead of the other way around. My story is just one story out of hundreds of stories of children in care in New Brunswick and in Canada. I was only a year and a half when I was taken into care for the very first time. My young, single mom could not or would not provide a stable, healthy life for her children. She came from a family where her father often drank a lot and when drinking would beat his wife, who also started to drink to numb the pain. Added to this, my birth mom had her own set of problems, which began when she was 17 and diagnosed with a mental illness. After being taken into care, we started on a cycle of going from foster homes back to our birth mom and into foster care again. I slowly began to realize that liquor was my birth mom's first priority. Because of her neglect and frequent abandonments, my brother and I were taken into foster care. I had at least 8 foster families. Some were good and some weren't as good. One family would beat us and let their kids beat us. They would feed us brown beans all the time while they ate steak and potatoes. We realized we had to learn our social worker's phone number by heart so we could call when a foster home was not working out and we needed to be removed. This went on until I was 9 years old and my mother gave birth to my baby brother, who was immediately placed for adoption. Learning this, I asked why I couldn't be adopted too. But I soon learned that at 9, your adoptability drops. Everyone wants a baby to adopt, and some social workers believe that foster care is good enough for the older child. It wasn't good enough for me. I wanted a permanent, forever home, which I found when I was 11. My adopted mama showed me that sports, acting, and school are healthy ways to live life and to earn respect. I call her my Mama Goosey, and she calls me her baby Goosey. I never wanted to call her mom because that word never had a good meaning for me. It was what I called my birth mom. My Mama Goosey and I understand and love each other. It's difficult to put into words how this happened. How can someone you never knew come into your life and become your family? To me, family is more than blood. Anyone can donate an egg or a sperm, but it takes more than that to be a parent. Having a single adopted mother meant that I had all the attention I needed to help me grow, no other children to compete with, and no other male figure to try and understand as a father. Not having a father made getting used to male figures very difficult for me. For this reason, I think more single women should adopt older female children. We need their loving and caring ways to help us grow. When I was adopted, I became my adopted mother's life, and that's why I'm called Zoe, which means life. I was given a new life, a life better than my birth family and long-term foster care could ever provide.